Today we're going to change the oil on a 2007 Nissan Frontier. So the first step, I've put the vehicle up on ram jacks, and I've used the jack stands as a secondary precaution. Enter the vehicle through the driver's side door. First, we're going to push down on the emergency brake. Then hood release latch. Second, you're going to slide to the left, the secondary release latch, and then use the hold up the top. Okay, so as we look into the engine from the front of the vehicle, you can see that this is the V6, the 4.0 V6. So this vehicle is going to take 5.4 quarts of 5W30. Here's our dipstick. Here is our oil fill, and the actual oil filter is located straight down under here on the underside of the vehicle, and the oil pan is also located on this side of the engine. Okay, so behind this plate right here is where the oil filter is, and right back here is the oil pan and the oil drain plug. Okay, so we're going to take our 14mm socket and put it on the oil drain plug, and we're just going to loosen it. You just kind of want to break it and get it started, and then pull your oil drain pan underneath. Then what I like to do, I like to take an extension and put it on the end, so then this way I can keep the plug from falling into the oil, and I keep my hands as clean as possible. Okay. So then I'll go ahead and wipe this off. I use paper towel, you can use a rag. The other thing you want to make sure is make sure that you clean off where the plug is going to seal. You want to make sure that that's nice and clean, so you get a nice clean seal again. And we'll set that off to the side. I'm going to use a 10mm socket wrench to loosen these two nuts so I can get up to the oil filter. And our oil filter is right here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is kind of wipe down the spot, place the oil plug back in, and then make sure that all of that around there is wiped off and clean, so you can get a nice seal on the vehicle. Put this to 22 foot-pounds of torque. And we're going to tighten it. And you want to go and you want to tighten it until you hear that snap. So then you use a rag to reach up in through here and grab a hold of the filter. It should be hand tight, so you should be able to get it. If not, you can always use pliers. And then once you kind of get it, now for our installation, we're going to install the AMSOIL 100% synthetic XL motor oil. We're doing the 5W30. We're also going to be putting on the EA 15K 12. This is good for 15,000 miles, and the XL is good for 12,000 miles or 1 year. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of the new motor oil, and we're just going to dip our finger in, and we're going to rub it on the seal of the new oil filter. The purpose for this is to help it make a good seal against the car oil, not the old, because the old is like rubbing dirt on your oil filter. So the other thing I like to do is I like to take a paper towel or a rag. I like to go up and I like to rub and clean up where the engine is, where the oil filter is going to connect, to make sure that I get a clean seal. So you just want to rub right along that ring where it's going to sit. Kind of sweep off the rest of that. Before it's spilled. And now we'll unscrew the new oil filter. You know, just kind of get it started. And then when we do this, you want to make sure that it's hand tight. It should go on pretty easy. And just like that. As I said, here's the oil fill cap. We're going to go ahead and take this off. We're going to set our funnel in, and we're going to install our first quart of oil. As we said at the beginning, this takes about 5.4 quarts. So we'll fill this to 5 quarts, start it, check for leaks, then we'll take it off the ram jacks, level it, and then add the remainder till we're filled. Number 2. This is number 3. Number 4. This is number 5. So now we're going to remove the funnel, replace the oil fill cap, and we're going to run the vehicle for about 20 seconds to check for leaks. So, no leaks. No leaks. Now with the vehicle level and off the ram jacks and jack stands, we're going to go ahead and fill in the last 0.4 quarts. And so we'll start by doing about a quarter. So as you can see, this goes up to 32 ounces. So I'll drop it down to 24 ounces and then we'll check it from there. Now we'll check the oil level. As you can see, we're right about there. So I'm going to add a little bit more to get us more towards the middle. So to get to the 0.4, we're going to come a little bit lower than this 20 on the 20 ounces part here. We're going to get just a little bit below that because mathematically we should be at 16, it's 0.5. So this here is just a little bit above that at the 0.4. There we go. So now we're going to recheck the oil level just to make sure. As you can see, we're right in the middle. All right, then remove the funnel, replace the oil fill cap, and drop the hood.